Hello again. This is the Waterman. Spiritual Toolbox number 366. John chapter 4, recording number 8. Audio recording number 384. And examination table number 341. Okay. We'll be in John chapter 4, verse 4. Now, okay, I'll start out reading it in the King James language. And he must needs go through Samaria. Okay, sounds simple. I'm going to go in and let's interpret these words. There's 7 words in the original language that we need to interpret with the Spirit of God. God is the greatest. Not he's a villain, okay? Let's not villainize God. Let's look at it and see how it applies right now. Not history lesson stuff. You can do that if you want, but right now we need to know how to deal with it right now, because in these storms of life, we need a little direction. We need to go how to greenlight God. Not so. You know, when we come up against that, when we're up to there and we're at the edge of that precipice, like in that eye of the storm. All these pressures out here, not taking the temperature of all the pressures out there. That's easy to do. You know, oh no, got all this financial stuff, all this art and stuff. Oh no. Okay, it can get very high with that intensification. God turns up the dial on you. You come to that, it's a call to come up higher to God's spiritual way of thinking. So he can remove that like 6, 6, 6, 6. He's removing little bits of that, almost like pixels. In 6, 6, 6. Mankind thinking, mankind thinking, mankind thinking. In each and every ball, be like a bunch of little pixels. Maybe like a million or a billion of them. Tattooed in your forehead. In your mind. Not just out in your skin, out in there. This is way back down in there, dude. That's where only God can go down in there. All the way down into coming from the root. God has got that seed, his seed of faith in there. That 1e, like a 1e to a negative 35. Take a 1, move that decimal place 35 times out there. Go from 1/10 of 1, 100th of one, not just a 1 meter, like a plank length size. No, this is like one thought process. Got out there. He's dealing down in there. It's that from that seed to like an infection, just growing and replacing, kicking all that old yuck, dark, stinking thinking of the carnal mind, that non-spiritual thinking, out of you. It's for you. Yoo-hoo-hoo! But only when you green light. You're taking steps up. It's taking all this 666 out and putting his mark, his seal, his insignia, his name, nature, character, and authority. Now this in here, and he must needs go through Samaria, is talking about this journey. Because this is Jesus going through there, right? God is salvation. Yahweh. Or Yahweh is salvation. It's Jesus, right? Word they translated Jesus. That means God, Yahweh. Right now, right at that specific time, He's giving you opportunity. With salvation, to come up higher. If you're just taking temperature of it and stop feeding from that, it's like you're falling off a cliff 6 foot down. You're getting deeper and deeper and deeper into, you're going down the spiraling staircase. Like come to the edge, you can go a wall, go up that thing, or just take the easy peasy way and fall off the cliff down to another 6. And then it's pretty easy to keep falling, get momentum going, and bam, 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 1, 2, 4, 8, bang, right down, falling down that spiraling staircase into your own poop, your own righteousness, your own tree of knowledge, good and evil. Thump, 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 thump. That beat the heck out of you into a deeper and darker dungeon of your own carnal stinking thinking. See, broad is the way to destruction, and many are that'll go that way. Many people and many of those thought processes in there, because that's the easy peasy way. Let's tiptoe to the top. Oh no, why am I getting all beat up? Or even if you're, looks like you're getting wealth and everything, you're polishing the outside of the cup, but the inside's all kinds of dead man's bones. You don't know what the heck, or you're just full of shit. Full of your own seeing, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. Shits. With that big eye. Your own ego in the room. I'm just a big bad Billy. Secretly. Inside you're like, I think I know where I'm going. I think I know what I'm doing. But it's just like that old blind alpha dog that's got a bandage over its face. Don't know. There, whoop, there. They're pitfalls. I'm doing all right. You're like that dude on that police academy falling down the steps. I'm all right. I'm all right. Falling, you're getting beat all up. That's just old comedy routine stuff. Realize it. Optimize it. Man, that's so stupid. Get out. Throw it out, right? Like Isaiah chapter 30, verse 18 through 22, right at the end of it. Throw it out. Get out. Kick that thing's butt out. And see that as this. Don't take the easy peasy way off that. Right when you come to that, seeing the wall. Huh? No. Tough gets going. What's it tough do? They come up higher. God's way. I would think it's superior way. You grasp onto God, adhere to God. Make your stand in God. If you try to make a stand the other way, you're going to fall down them stairs. You got to fall in line with God and let Him give you the increase when you qualify and come on up to the next level. A higher, superior way of thinking. Of God's righteousness, God's love that goes beyond the mere description of words. A greater and greater and greater, increasingly. You're existing, back into the self-existing one, back into the way He's thinking, back into the exact image, the representation of God. In your mind, He's making His erhamai, His appearance, to make His appearance, in you. Oh, I see it. Hurrah, oh, because the optonomy, then you, hurrah, oh my, through this experience. He's bringing you up. That increases. That ability, his child is the highest mark. It's a love beyond the mere description of words. It's the way God loves us. And the return, the ability to come on up, to be able to love Him as He first loved us, as He loves us. Because we can't do it by our own might, our own power, but it's by His Spirit, right? So when you come to that, go either up or down in the eye of that storm. You fall down that, come to the edge of that thing, and there's a wall-looking thing here, and there's an easy peasy way. Well, I tell a lie, or I do a little bit of this or that. It's good, bad, and evil stuff. Do it your own way. I feed from the tree of knowledge, good and evil. I'll make a stand in it. Whoops, oh no! Start falling down that spiraling staircase. It's like similar to sticking your toe, touch your toe to that oil slick of poop, your own righteousness, and it sucks you in. Well, this is just like right to the edge of that thing, and I'll move this way. The other way looks like a wall. And it's like 6 foot, higher than my might, my power can get me up it. I don't see no way in the world to get up that thing. It's just blocking my path. And you're right. In your own right-mindedness, it is blocked. But not in God's. Get over your own imaginations, your own there's false imaginations in your mind. Don't rely upon your own might and power to get you up that. You can't get up that doing that. That's why I'm saying it's like a 6 foot wall. And God's removing like a little pixels, if you will, if you can see that, like a big tattoo with like a billion or whatever innumerable number of pixels in each 6. There's 3 of them, a witness of it in your hands, in your works, your efforts, and in your mind, in your thinking processes. And he's going all the way down in there to have it, to build that from that seed of Christ, that seed of faith that he put down inside of you. In all, like that limited portion of faith, like in Romans chapter 12, verse 3. All right. Now, they translate as measure, okay? But it's a limited portion of his faith, right? Of his righteousness. Not faith has come to a greater and greater, superior what? Truth of God. That he loves us beyond the mere description of words. That God is the greatest. He's your exceeding great reward. Okay? Now in this walk, here in this, like where Jesus is going and stuff, he's showing you through types and analogies, in the spirit right now, while he's taking that walk, that way you live, he's that correction path, that spiral staircase, what he's doing. Okay? And I'm trying to break down this to show you right now, so you can be more informed on making the right decision to follow Christ. Be in hot pursuit of Christ. Be in hot pursuit of the way, the truth, and the life. Didn't Jesus say, I am the way, the truth, and the life? It's the only way back to Eden and S-Y-N. Resting and relying in Christ and God, and in union with God. Come back up to progressing from this brephos, unborn child, from even the seed, all the way up to brephos, nepios, padion, teknon, weos, and then back into the Father. That's a long road. A long way to take out those 666s, coming up those steps. Spiraling staircase, bringing you down to the eye of the needle. Electromagnetic spectrum. Turned on its end, right? Been all the way through this before. I'm tying it together, okay? Not spending a whole lot of time on that, just showing you. Trying to show you a little bit. To he that has an ear to hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. And know you not that you are of the churches. The ecclesia, the called out ones. And it's called out ones in here too. It's bringing you up. Now, I'll start breaking this down. There's only 7 words in here, but it probably won't take me a couple recordings. I may get up one. They're about half-hour recordings or something. On the video, I can go a little bit. I can push it all the way up to pretty much 31 minutes, 46 seconds. On the audio, I got to leave a little bit of space in case you get blabbermouth. I wouldn't do that, would I? God, the rhetoric, it just starts flowing, and God just go. Right? I can't lay it out. I lay it out, do my homework, and God takes it. I just go, yes, sir. Not my will be done, but your will be done. I agree with you. This is what I would like to do, like in your prayers, your communication. But nevertheless, not my will be done, but your will be done. Just like Jesus did. Just like the pattern son did. The Messiah, the anointed Messiah. Father, remove this cup from me, but nevertheless, not my will be done, but your will be done. Right before he's going to the cross, through that stars, that stake, that tree, that pope. One member being, not two. Okay. Well, let's look at it. Let's open it up some. Just a couple pages of notes here. 7 words.
Just a couple?
Yeah, it's short. Of course, I'm doing about 15 minutes on the startup on this, but that's, God takes it in there and starts showing you to describe a picture. you're going to need at least 1,000 words, and it's not exhaustive. If someone's sitting over there, they're deaf, dumb, lame, and blind, can't see, hear, taste, touch, and smell in the spirit. It's all of us starting out. As we're coming on up these steps, it's opening up, oh boy, yes. Now, to describe it on down there to the ones that doesn't see it yet, don't understand it, but they're seeing, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. They still got the log in their eye. You're trying to tell them about this. It's a great thing. It's great pictures. What God's doing, showing you in there. Because His love goes beyond the mere description of just words. But you're trying to describe it with words the best you can. Articulate it out. And that has to be in the spirit. God is the greatest. Not this old carnal, non-spiritual thinking. God is a villain. He's going to throw you in hell and torment 97% of blah, 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 gobble, 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 gobble. It's just beast nature talk. Get right down to it. Jebusites going, do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And you don't even realize it, and you're getting sucked right down into that oil slick, poop slick of your own stinking thinking. Your own righteousness. And you think, man, I'm just holier than thou. And all you're doing is shining outside of your cup up, and you're getting darker and deeper, darker away from God. Thinking, well, Father, didn't we do all these things, cast out demons and stuff, and all this stuff in your name? He says, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Basically, I never told you to do it. Not lining up with His will. You're doing it based out of your own works. That faith has got to turn back into the truthfulness of God, not into your own righteousness. All right? Take your own temperature. Okay? Do you really want to pay the price? Do you really want to come back to God? And then start in listening, and these more deaths, like the deaths and stuff of all the different disciples and stuff of Jesus. Man, all kinds of stuff. They went on. Went on historically and the way they died and stuff. Like Peter was crucified, and they're crucified. He didn't want to be crucified upright. He crucified Him upside down. Because he said, I'm not worthy to be crucified like my Lord, like Jesus. Oh my goodness. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Wow. Most of them was martyred. Just like we got to give up our own right-mindedness, like that kid in the classroom, not looking out the window. God's going to take, not feeding from your own fleshly thinking, your own wants, desires, whether it's good or bad. Where you think, I'm doing this in your name, God, and I'm out there playing on the swing set, or I'm chasing these kids around playing tag and stuff and telling them what to do, and saying I'm doing it in your name. I'm using the formula. Look how many of them I saved. God says, you didn't save nothing. Take care of yourself first. Let's take this 666 out of your mind, and then let that reflection of what I'm doing inside your mind reflect out that grace, and always with much gratitude. Don't just intend to and then stop there. Was that charis, the divine influence in your heart, and its reflection out into your lifestyle? And the shama. There's much gratitude in that. And that shama, to hear intelligently with the intent, not only the intent to respond positively, but to go on and respond positively. Obey God. Stop short. It's not good enough, not qualifying. And when you do, hurrah, oh, It's qualifying with God, and there's much. The increase is given, and there's so much gratitude, and oh my goodness. It's increasing into God's right-mindedness, not mine. Taking out a little bit of that 6, maybe a pixel, if you will, that tattoo in your mind, in each thought process. Taken out. God's going way down into that, like that little black hole down that singularity, that pixel. In this one thought process, that pixel, that seed of faith, that 1 to the negative 35 thought processes, seed of faith, seed of Christ, and building it. So it's growing into more and more and more truth revealed to you, and it's spiral, stepping out of that thing. Because God's gravity's bringing you up. Don't matter that natural thing, the gravitational pull like of a black hole pulling you down. I can't come out of this thing, man. It's too strong for me. Exactly. God's spiraling it up so that you can come up it. God gives the increase, not you. Like in a black hole, the speed of light, at 186,000 miles per second, or 300 kilometers per second. Okay, I think it's the metric, okay. That's a fast. It's not fast enough to come out. One time. It's got to go on beyond that. God's got to give the increase so that you come up out of that. And that light of His will start shining brighter and brighter and brighter. Because even in that black hole, so it won't shine out. To others outside that black hole can't see it. Man, it's just blacker than the ace of spades. Black. They're ignorant of what's going on. All the pressures in your life, the stuff going on. Can other people see inside your mind and know exactly what you're thinking? What you're going through? Oh, if you got like a broke foot or something like that. All I can say, yeah. But they really they only understand in part. All the other pressures and financial things and hurt and aches and not being able to sleep and everything. Man, alive. That's one intensification. God's working in there on you. It's His argument. He's giving His case, explanation, and His intensification. If you can hear what the Spirit is saying to the churches inside you, that thought process. And they talk about everyone. Every individual here too. But more importantly, get right down in there where God's getting, where the rubber's meeting the road, man. Harsh reality. And now take it coming, maybe God's doing from several of them, and it's mine, man, I got pressures coming from everywhere. To my outside of it, yeah, you ain't got nothing, but look at what I got. Don't know that, don't just take temperature. That's very easy. Don't be a thermometer, be a thermostat. Wherever level you're at in there, whatever God's doing, build on. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path, your course of life to come up. Come out of that thing. Otherwise, you'd have like little bitty micro black holes, microscopic. Suck you down. Down into the poop slick. But you gotta trust in that seed. Plus every little bit He's bringing you up. Permanent fixtures. He's stepping you right up out there, taking out that 666 out of your mind, okay? Now, let's start breaking this down. I'm getting up before I run out of time. All right. The first word in that verse, let's just read it real quick. There's only a few words. And he must needs go through Samaria. Okay? First word that they translate is must needs. is 1163, and it's die, D-E-I, in the Koine Greek. It's this word.
Strong's G 1163. Die.
I had a feeling I wouldn't get to all this on one recording. That's okay. It takes as many as it takes, right? We want more quality than just skim through it and, oh, I did it. Check mark. And don't mount to hill beans. Alright? Kind of like you try to stand on little hill beans like sand and stuff. Whenever all this stuff, the winds and the waves stuff come in, wash it out like building a little sand castle. Man, I'll live in that. Then here comes the waves from the sea. Oh man, I spent all that time trying to build up my own in here, trying to get myself right, and then all, man, just wiped out and nothing. All my efforts went to crap because I was in that 666, coming from this 666 thinking, daggone it. Oh, I better quit building my house on that sand. I better be trying to get a foundation in Christ, Coming on up, bah, boom, boom, back into God. All right? Permanent fixtures, not temporary. Temporary is like a sand sand castle thing. Okay, bull crap. Worthless and detestable. I just wasted all that effort, all that time. It looked like this was this thing. It making me happy for a little bit playing and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, just baloney. Okay, now, this must needs comes from this DEI, die. Okay, 1163. Okay, now that's a verb. It's a third person singular active of 1210. DEO. Let me get it pronounce that real quick. This word.
Strong's G 1210. Deo.
Deo. That's a root word, okay? And it means to bind. To bind, to tear, in the Thayers, it's to bind. That's in Strong, just to bind. In the Thayers, to bind, to tie, to fasten with chains. Your old carnal mind, it's like being down in that little black hole. It's your fasten down it. You can't. It's sucking you on down like falling down on the staircase. When you come to the eye of the storm, you're falling down that thing. Pow, 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 pow. Everything I seem to do goes to hell in a handbasket. Just keep, man, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. You're falling like that guy on the police academy falling. I ain't hurt, pow, 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 pow. I'm going to get beat all up. Okay. Now, to fasten you with chains, to prohibit you from coming on up, to forbid, okay, in the online biblical usage, it's to bind, be under obligation, this is that die, of the law, or duty of the law. And the letter of the law kills, but the spirit of the law gives life and peace, that life, that Zoe life, that fullness of life in God, that increase back into God. Green lighting God, agreeing with God, everything you got, hot pursuit, becoming a widow to that old thing. Man, I ain't going near that edge of that crap and feeding that. I'll fall down that stuff, man. I will hardly stop. Pow, 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 pow. Pretty soon I won't be able to make a stand in it because I'll be so beat up. I've been another little picture, right, describing it. It beating the hell out of me inside. Man, this is hell. Right? Now, so this your own stuff is to bind, be put under obligation of the law. It's the duty. Okay. To be bound to one, like to your own, like the woman married to at the wells, married to those 5 husbands that see and hear and taste, touch, and smell. There's 5 of them: see and hear and taste, touch, and smell, with their own ego in the middle, their own carnal thinking. She's still married to it. Okay? That's you, me. Okay, and these thinking processes, we got to come out of that. God's got to bring us all that. As we get rid of it and we start marrying Christ. Coming from the stranger to the friend to the bride of Christ, okay? Okay? Divorcing a wife, a husband. One is led or put in chains into one's own righteousness. God is giving an opportunity to divorce, separate from one's own righteousness, or soon hear and taste, touch, or smell with the I in the middle. That thing giving you the shit thinking, okay? Little by little at a time. In the storms of one's life. Okay, God is presenting his argument, explanation, and providing the intensity required to a person to cause them to want to divorce, to agree with God and divorce that old stuff, become separate from it, come into the right mindedness of God. Okay? Let's be reasonable. See it my way, my child. Okay, I'm going to have to get off here. I'll put a line there. I covered the first word, but I set that up so of showing you. It's not just about this, and he must go through Samaria and dismiss it. Don't just skim it. This is showing us a path. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not upon your own understanding, and God will direct your path, your course of life, your thinking processes. Have a great day.